And the hadith that we're starting off with tonight, it's in Sahih Bukhari that the Prophet ﷺ said, Wallahi la yu'min, Wallahi la yu'min, Wallahi la yu'min. I swear by Allah that he does not believe. I swear by Allah that he does not believe. I swear by Allah that he does not believe. This was a way of the Prophet ﷺ to emphasize what he was about to say, to capture the attention of the companions. So they said, Man ya Rasulullah? Who is it, O Messenger of Allah? So he said, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the one whose neighbor does not feel secure from his harm. لا يدخل الجنة من لا يأمن جاره بوائقه. That he will not enter Jannah whose neighbor does not feel safe or secure from his harm. What did the Prophet ﷺ say? He said, Jibreel kept on coming to me and telling me to take care of your neighbor, take care of your neighbor, take care of your neighbor, take care of your neighbor. That also from Abu Dharr radiallahu ta'ala anhu, that the Prophet ﷺ said, Allah loves three people and Allah hates three people. Of those that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves, the Prophet ﷺ said, a man who has a bad neighbor, who annoys him and disturbs him, but he bears it with patience and forbearance. So the hadith where the Prophet ﷺ mentioned, or the companions came to the Prophet ﷺ and they said to the Prophet ﷺ about this woman, تَقُومُ اللَّيْلِ, she prays at night, تَصَّدَّقْ, she gives extra in charity, she fasts during the day, وَتَفْعَلْ, and she does all sorts of extra good deeds. This is not just a woman that does the basic ibadat, that does the basic acts of worship. This is a woman that does all the extra nawafil, all the extra voluntary deeds. But tu'zi jiranaha, she has an abusive tongue to her neighbors. That's it. She's got all of this going for her, but she has an abusive tongue to her neighbors. The Prophet ﷺ said, La khayra fiha hiya fin nar. There is no goodness in that woman, she's in hell. She is devoid of khayr, she has no goodness inside of her, she is in hellfire. SubhanAllah, the Prophet ﷺ judged her akhlaq, judged her entire character, and her hereafter will be of complete loss because of just having an abusive tongue with her neighbor. The hadith of al-muflis, the hadith of the bankrupt person, where the Prophet ﷺ said, Atadruna man al-muflis, do you know who the bankrupt person is? So they said, Ya Rasulullah, it's the one who has no money. He said, no, it's the person who shows up on the Day of Judgment with their prayer, with their fasting, with their salah, with everything. They show up on the Day of Judgment and they've got an entire body of good deeds, but at the same time hit that person, had an abusive tongue to that person, backbited that person, actually physically hit that person. So the Prophet ﷺ said that person, their good deeds, all the good deeds they brought, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allows the people that they hurt to line up, and one by one they start to take all of their good deeds until that person is left with no good deeds.